What do you do when a woman starts to distance herself and even ignores you? It's a confusing, often painful experience, and the natural response is to try and fix things quickly, or worse, react emotionally. But here's the reality. How you handle this moment has the power to shape not just your relationship, but your personal growth and sense of self-respect. In today's video, we're going to explore 10 practical steps you can take when a woman pulls away. These steps will guide you to maintain your composure, think clearly, and approach the situation with wisdom, not impulse. The focus here isn't just on trying to win her back. It's about handling things in a way that honors your own self-respect and emotional strength. And for those of you who enjoy incorporating Stoic philosophy into everyday life, we'll be weaving in some Stoic principles throughout these steps. This will help you stay grounded, resilient, and focused on what you can control, while letting go of what you can't. Before we get started, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on more content like this. It really helps spread these insights to others who could benefit from them. Now, if you're ready to gain insight, build inner strength, and approach this challenge with clarity, let's dive in. Number 1. Stay calm and composed. When a woman distances herself, your first instinct might be to panic. That knot in your stomach, the rush of anxious thoughts, it's all too familiar. You start replaying recent interactions, scrutinizing every word and action, wondering if you said something wrong or if she's losing interest. Your mind tells you to do something immediately. Reach out, send a text, call her, anything to fix it and bring things back to how they were. But here's the reality you need to face. Reacting out of panic or desperation will only push her further away. When you act out of fear, it sends the message that you're insecure, and insecurity in these moments is counterproductive. What feels like a move to win her back often becomes the very thing that drives her away. The most powerful thing you can do in this situation is to remain calm and composed. Now, I know this sounds much easier said than done, especially when your emotions are running high. But staying calm is a critical first step. Why? Because when you show calmness and emotional control, you're demonstrating that you are emotionally stable, grounded, and confident, qualities that are universally attractive. Emotional stability shows that you don't panic when things don't go according to plan, and you don't rely on constant reassurance from others to maintain your sense of well-being. This kind of confidence is what draws people in, especially during moments of uncertainty. Let's consider a common scenario. She stops responding to your messages. Maybe it's been a day, maybe 2 days, or even longer. You feel that itch to check in, to ask if something is wrong, or to seek reassurance that everything is okay. You might be tempted to send multiple texts, asking why she hasn't responded, or pressing for some kind of answer. But here's an important truth. Silence is often an answer in itself. When she takes a step back, it's not your cue to chase her. Instead, it's time for you to reflect and give her the space she clearly needs. People often withdraw because they need room to think or process their emotions. By giving her that space, you allow her the opportunity to miss you, to think about you, and to come to her own conclusions about what she wants. Over-communicating during this period will only overwhelm her and push her further away. While you're giving her that space, focus on yourself. Keep yourself grounded by engaging in the things that fulfill you, whether it's your work, your hobbies, spending time with friends, or working on personal growth. This shows her, and more importantly, yourself, that your world doesn't revolve around her responses. You're a whole person with your own life, and that's incredibly attractive. When you continue to live your life confidently, it signals that you don't depend on her for your emotional stability. Instead of being the one chasing validation, you become the one who offers something solid, someone she can rely on when things are shaky. Think about this from a Stoic perspective. As Epictetus wisely stated, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You cannot control her decision to take a step back, but you can control how you respond to it. This is where your power lies, in your reaction. By remaining calm, you maintain your dignity and show that you're not easily shaken by external events. Your emotional composure is a reflection of your internal strength, and that will not go unnoticed. This calmness isn't just a passive waiting game. It's an active demonstration of self-control, which is one of the key Stoic virtues. You're not reacting impulsively. You're responding thoughtfully, with patience and purpose. The more you can focus on staying grounded and composed, the more you set the tone for how future interactions will unfold. It's important to understand that women are drawn to men who maintain their center, who don't let external events, like a temporary silence, throw them off balance. As you reflect on the importance of staying calm and composed when a woman distances herself, I encourage you to consider how you can apply these Stoic principles in your own relationships. How do you typically respond in moments of uncertainty, and how might practicing emotional stability make a difference? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this approach. Leave a comment below and share your experiences. Have you ever found that staying calm and giving space improved your connection? Let's discuss. Number 2. Respect her space. Once you've centered yourself and regained your composure, the next essential step is to respect her space. This is an area where many men make the mistake of trying to fix things too quickly, thinking that if they just talk it out or explain themselves, everything will return to how it was before. But here's what you need to realize. When a woman pulls away, it's not necessarily about you needing to do more. In fact, sometimes the best thing you can do is nothing at all, at least for the moment. What she likely needs in these instances is time and space to process her own thoughts and emotions. Pressing for a resolution too soon can backfire and make her feel overwhelmed or pressured, which will only increase the distance between you. Respecting her space is a clear sign of maturity and emotional intelligence. By doing this, you're communicating an important message. I trust that you know what you need right now, and I'm not going to interfere with that. This shows that you're confident and secure enough to step back without needing constant reassurance. It demonstrates that you're not desperate for her attention or validation, which is an incredibly attractive trait. Desperation repels, while calm detachment draws people in. Moreover, allowing the relationship to breathe gives both of you the time to reflect and potentially rediscover what brought you together in the first place. Now, let's imagine a scenario. You've been seeing each other regularly, spending quality time together, and things seem to be going well. But suddenly, she starts pulling back. She doesn't respond to your texts as quickly, or she declines your invitations to hang out. It's natural to feel confused or even anxious in this situation. Your instincts might tell you to push for more time together, to force a conversation about what's going on. But this is precisely where many men stumble. Instead of pushing for more, the wisest move is to step back and let her come to you on her own terms. This doesn't mean you ignore her completely or play mind games. It simply means giving her the space she needs to reflect and process whatever's going on internally. This might be difficult at first, especially if you're eager to get answers or fix things, But the alternative of chasing after her will only create more tension and likely push her further away. People need space to think clearly, and by respecting her boundaries, you give her the opportunity to miss you and reassess the relationship without feeling suffocated. In Stoicism, we're reminded to focus only on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. This principle is especially relevant in situations like these. You cannot control her emotions, her need for space, or her pace in deciding how to move forward. But what you can control is how you respond to her actions. Instead of trying to force things back to normal, use this time to focus on yourself. Continue your personal growth, pursue your hobbies, and maintain your own sense of fulfillment outside of the relationship. Not only does this keep you grounded, but it also demonstrates that your emotional state doesn't depend on someone else's validation or attention. Remember Marcus Aurelius's powerful words. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. If you focus all your energy on trying to control her actions or her feelings, you'll only feel more out of control and anxious. But when you let go of the need to control the situation, when you allow her to have the space she needs without interference, you regain your own peace of mind. This emotional freedom is invaluable, not just for you, but for the relationship as well. It gives her the room to reflect, and it keeps you from falling into the trap of overanalyzing or overreacting. Number 3. Reflect on the situation. Now that you've given her the space she needs, it's time to turn inward and engage in some meaningful self-reflection. This period is an opportunity for you to think about the situation and your role in it, but without falling into the trap of overanalyzing or jumping to conclusions. When a woman pulls away, it can stem from a variety of factors, some of which might have nothing to do with you at all. Other times, there may have been subtle signals or shifts in the dynamic that you missed, which contributed to her taking a step back. The goal here isn't to place blame on her or on yourself, but to understand the bigger picture with clarity and honesty. Self-reflection is a powerful tool when used constructively, as it allows you to step back and assess the situation without being clouded by emotion or impulsivity. During this time, ask yourself a few important questions. Have there been any recent conflicts or misunderstandings that could have led to this? Were there moments when her energy shifted, even subtly? Could there be external factors in her life, such as stress from work, family issues, or personal challenges, that might be influencing how she's engaging with you right now? For example, imagine you had a minor disagreement the last time you were together. Perhaps at the time, it didn't seem like a big deal. Maybe it was a small comment or a slight misunderstanding that you brushed off. But now, with her pulling away, you're starting to wonder if that moment carried more weight for her than you initially thought. Reflect on how that conversation unfolded. Did you truly listen to her concerns? Or did you dismiss her feelings without fully realizing it? Was something left unresolved? This kind of honest reflection can offer you valuable insights into what might be going on beneath the surface. It's important to remember that self-reflection isn't about obsessing over every little detail or criticizing yourself harshly. Instead, it's about approaching the situation with an open mind and a willingness to understand the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it might be. As Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, once said, "He who is brave is free." It takes a certain level of bravery to reflect on the truth, to look at yourself and your actions with honesty and humility. But this bravery is also liberating. When you face the truth head-on, you free yourself from the anxiety and uncertainty that comes from not knowing what went wrong. This kind of introspection helps you gain clarity, and with clarity comes emotional strength. Whether or not you discover a specific reason for her distancing herself, you'll come out of this process with a deeper understanding of the situation and of yourself. Perhaps there's nothing you did wrong, and her need for space has more to do with her own personal challenges. Or maybe there are areas where you can grow and improve, not just for the sake of the relationship, but for your own development as well. In Stoicism, we are encouraged to practice self-awareness and to engage in constant reflection, not as a form of self-punishment, but as a way to cultivate wisdom and strength. Reflecting on the situation gives you the chance to learn, to adjust, and to approach future interactions with a clearer mind and a steadier heart. Instead of being consumed by doubt or fear, you can face the situation with the confidence that comes from understanding the bigger picture and being in tune with yourself. This reflection phase also provides an opportunity to practice gratitude for the relationship and the lessons it brings, regardless of the outcome. Every interaction, even the challenging ones, offers us something to learn. Use this time to reflect not only on the potential causes of her distance, but also on the value that this moment offers for your personal growth. When you can reflect with this kind of perspective, you'll find that even in uncertainty, you're gaining something valuable. As you take time to reflect on the situation, I encourage you to consider how this moment of introspection can lead to personal growth and deeper emotional awareness. Self-reflection, when approached with honesty and openness, is a gift that allows you to see the bigger picture and align with your true self. Whether you find clarity in the reason for her distance or recognize areas for your own growth, this process is essential for building stronger connections in the future. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. How do you approach self-reflection in relationships? Leave a comment sharing your experience, or simply type, "Growth begins with reflection." Number 4. Focus on self-improvement. One of the most empowering things you can do during a period of distance is to shift the focus back onto yourself. And this doesn't mean sitting around, waiting for her to reach out, or wondering what she's thinking. Instead, it's about using this time to genuinely invest in your own personal growth and development. This approach serves two key purposes. First, it allows you to regain your confidence and sense of control. And second, it demonstrates that you're not reliant on her for your happiness. Women are naturally drawn to men who are on a path of self-improvement. When you're actively working on becoming the best version of yourself, it shows that you're thriving independently, which is incredibly attractive. So, take this opportunity to work on your physical health, mental well-being, and personal goals. Whether it's starting a new workout routine, developing a skill, or simply spending more quality time with friends, these actions not only boost your confidence, but also communicate that your life is full and meaningful, with or without her presence. For example, let's say you've always wanted to pick up a new hobby, like learning to play the guitar, painting, or starting a fitness journey. Now is the perfect time to dive into that. By pursuing these interests, you're not only improving yourself, but also filling your time with activities that enrich your life. When she sees that you're focused on growth and self-betterment, it sends a subtle but powerful message. You are confident, self-sufficient, and continuously evolving. This serves as a reminder of what she might be missing, not through games or manipulation, but through your authentic journey of self-improvement. This period of distance is not a time to sit idle or dwell on what's out of your control. It's a chance to become the man you aspire to be. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This is your moment to embody that philosophy. Don't just talk about the kind of man you want to become, take action. Whether she notices or not, the real victory lies in your own personal growth. So stop thinking about what she's doing or when she'll reach out. Instead, ask yourself, what can I do today that will make me a better version of myself tomorrow? By focusing on your own growth, you'll not only regain your sense of confidence and control, but you'll also create a life that's worth living, regardless of the outcome. And that's the real win. Number 5. Communicate assertively, not desperately. At some point, you'll likely feel the urge to reach out and initiate contact. But how you communicate in that moment is absolutely critical. A lot of guys make the mistake of reaching out from a place of desperation, sending emotional messages or demanding explanations, hoping for immediate reassurance. But here's the truth. Desperation is unattractive. It signals that you're not in control of your emotions, and that's the last impression you want to give her. When you do decide to reach out, the key is to communicate in a way that is calm, clear, and assertive, without coming off as needy. Your goal is to show her that while you're open to communication, you're not dependent on it. You respect her space and you're emotionally stable, regardless of how she responds. Desperation communicates insecurity, but assertiveness communicates confidence. For example, instead of sending multiple frantic messages like, "Why aren't you answering?" or "Are you mad at me?" Zrenia, take a more composed approach. You might say something like, "Hey, I noticed you've needed some space. I just wanted to let you know that I'm here whenever you're ready to talk." This message is clear and respectful. It shows that you're aware of her need for distance, but also mature enough to offer communication without pressuring her. By framing your words this way, you create an environment where she feels free to engage when she's ready, without feeling overwhelmed or pushed. Communicating assertively also involves setting healthy boundaries for yourself. You're not just waiting on her to respond. You're living your life in the meantime. When you show that you can handle the situation calmly and without falling apart, it demonstrates emotional maturity and self-respect. This approach not only strengthens your connection, but also increases the chances of a productive conversation when she does choose to respond. In Stoicism, Epictetus teaches us the importance of listening over speaking. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This principle is especially relevant when reaching out. When the conversation finally happens, make sure to focus on listening more than speaking. Show her that you're not just trying to get your point across or seeking validation. You're genuinely interested in understanding her perspective. This type of communication fosters deeper connection because it shows that you're present, grounded, and respectful of her feelings. By communicating assertively rather than desperately, you set a tone of respect and maturity. You show her that while you value the relationship, you're not dependent on her for your emotional stability. In doing so, you create an environment where honest, meaningful dialogue can happen, leading to a healthier, more balanced connection. If you've made it this far, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on how you communicate during challenging situations. Are you able to remain calm and assertive, or do you sometimes let desperation take over? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could really help someone else who's going through the same experience. Or if you prefer to keep it simple, just type, "I choose assertiveness over desperation," to reinforce the mindset you're building. Number 6, manage your expectations. This is where things get challenging. You need to manage your expectations. It's natural to hope that when you reach out to her, she'll respond quickly, maybe even apologize, and everything will return to normal. But the reality is, You can't predict her reaction. She may open up, or she may still need more space. Either way, you must be mentally and emotionally prepared for any outcome. This is one of the key lessons of Stoicism, the importance of accepting things as they are, rather than how we wish them to be. When emotions are high, it's easy to become attached to a particular outcome. You might hope for reconciliation or expect her to respond in a way that reassures you. But clinging to these expectations can lead to disappointment if things don't go as planned. Stoicism teaches us to let go of the need to control the situation and instead focus on what we can control, our own thoughts and actions. Whether she returns to you or decides to continue distancing herself, your peace of mind should not be tied to her response. You need to find inner stability, regardless of how she reacts. After you send that composed, thoughtful message, don't spend your day glued to your phone, anxiously awaiting her reply. Instead, go about your day. Engage in activities that keep you grounded and focused on your own life. It's essential to remain mentally prepared for any response, positive, negative, or none at all. If she replies and the conversation goes well, that's a positive step. But if she doesn't, that's okay too. The goal is to maintain your own sense of calm and composure, no matter what the outcome is. This is where Stoic wisdom truly shines. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." You can't control her decisions or how she feels, but you can control how you respond. By focusing on your own thoughts and reactions, you regain your strength. Strength doesn't come from external validation or her response. It comes from within, from your ability to remain centered, even in uncertain or challenging situations. Managing your expectations isn't about giving up hope. It's about freeing yourself from the need to control the uncontrollable. It's about finding peace in the process, rather than being fixated on the result. By doing this, you protect your emotional well-being and demonstrate the kind of calm, self-assured presence that is deeply attractive. In the end, the only thing you can truly control is how you carry yourself, and that inner stability will serve you well, no matter how the situation unfolds. Number 7. Don't play games. This is absolutely crucial. Don't fall into the trap of playing games. It's tempting, especially when she pulls away, to want to make her jealous or react to her distance by showing her what she's missing. You might feel the urge to post something on social media that implies you're having fun without her, or even ignore her back just to see if she'll chase you. But these tactics are driven by insecurity and rarely produce the results you want. In fact, they often backfire, creating more distance and tension between you. When you play games, you're not acting from a place of strength or authenticity. Instead, you're reacting out of fear or frustration. Manipulating her emotions might seem like a way to regain control of the situation, but in reality, it only damages trust. She'll see right through it, and rather than pulling her closer, it will likely push her even further away. In contrast, when you choose to be authentic and genuine, you create a foundation of real attraction. Authenticity shows confidence, and confidence is far more attractive than manipulation ever will be. Perhaps you're tempted to post a picture with another woman or flaunt how much fun you're having without her. But instead of resorting to these tactics, just live your life authentically. If you're genuinely having a great time with your friends, feel free to share that, but not with the intention of making her jealous or provoking a reaction. When your actions come from a place of self-assurance rather than an attempt to play mind games, you show her that you don't need to stoop to petty tactics. You're secure enough in yourself to avoid unnecessary drama. Marcus Aurelius once said, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it?" When you act out of frustration, jealousy, or spite, the damage it causes is far worse than the brief satisfaction you might feel in the moment. Playing games might give you a temporary sense of control or relief, but in the long run, it often leads to regret, misunderstandings, and hurt feelings on both sides. The wiser path is to rise above the games. Maintain your dignity, stay true to yourself, and focus on handling the situation with maturity and respect. Not only will this keep you on solid ground emotionally, but it will also communicate to her that you are someone who values honesty and self-respect over mind games and manipulation. In doing so, you set a higher standard for the relationship and for how you want to be treated in return. Now that we've covered the importance of authenticity over playing games, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever found yourself tempted to use similar tactics when faced with distance in a relationship? How did it impact the dynamic between you and your partner? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share your story. Your perspective might just help someone else facing a similar situation. Let's keep the conversation going. Number 8. Give her a sense of safety. When she finally reaches out, or you get a chance to talk, the most valuable thing you can provide is a sense of emotional safety. This doesn't mean that you let her off the hook for everything or avoid discussing important issues. But it does mean creating an environment where she feels safe to be vulnerable and honest with you. If she feels judged, attacked, or misunderstood, she's likely to shut down again, making it difficult for the relationship to move forward. Your goal is to ensure she feels heard, valued, and understood, even when the conversation becomes challenging. Imagine she contacts you after a week of no communication. It's natural to want answers right away. Questions like, "Why did you ignore me?" or "What's been going on?" may be on your mind. However, diving straight into confrontational questions can make her feel cornered or defensive. Instead, approach the conversation with curiosity and empathy. Begin by asking how she's been feeling during the time apart. Give her the space to share her thoughts and emotions without interrupting or reacting defensively. This shows her that you're emotionally mature, patient, and capable of handling whatever she has to say, whether it's easy to hear or not. When she feels safe enough to open up, resist the urge to judge or criticize. Focus on listening intently to what she's saying, not just the words, but the emotions behind them. Let her know that you value her perspective, even if it's different from yours. This level of emotional stability on your part can make a profound difference. If you can stay calm and composed, it shows her that you're in control of your own emotions, which in turn allows her to feel more secure around you. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By mastering your emotions, you not only maintain your inner peace, but also create a safe emotional space for her to express herself freely. In doing so, you become a source of comfort and stability. The more calm and open you remain, especially during tough conversations, the more she'll feel that she can trust you to handle difficult moments. This trust will strengthen your connection and bring her closer to you, because she'll feel confident that you're someone she can rely on, no matter what the situation may be. Number 9. Focus on the bigger picture. It's easy to get caught up in the intensity of the present moment, especially when emotions are running high. In these situations, you might feel the urge to react impulsively or make decisions based on fleeting feelings. But this is where Stoicism teaches the importance of stepping back and focusing on the bigger picture. Relationships, like life itself, are full of ups and downs, and a single moment, whether positive or negative, doesn't define the entire journey. Just because she's distant right now doesn't mean the relationship is over. And conversely, even if everything feels great at the moment, it's still vital to assess the overall direction of your connection. By adopting a broader perspective, you can maintain clarity and wisdom. Instead of being driven by a single instance of distance or conflict, you're able to think about the long-term health of the relationship. This kind of thinking also allows you to reflect on your personal growth. Relationships are not just about being with someone. They are also opportunities to evolve and learn. Maybe this period of distance is just a minor setback in an otherwise strong relationship. Or perhaps it's an indicator that some things need to change for the relationship to move forward in a healthy way. The key is not to overreact in the heat of the moment. Zooming out and considering the bigger picture helps you make decisions with wisdom rather than emotion. Is this temporary distance just a phase that will pass, or is it revealing deeper issues that need to be addressed? By viewing the situation holistically, you give yourself the space to evaluate it without letting frustration or anxiety cloud your judgment. Epictetus wisely remarked, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This moment, whether it's a week of silence or a single disagreement, is just a small part of the larger narrative of your relationship. Don't let one difficult phase define how you view the entire relationship or your own emotional well-being. Stoic wisdom reminds you to stay steady and not allow a temporary situation to dictate your overall perspective. In focusing on the bigger picture, you're also allowing yourself the opportunity to grow. Every relationship has moments of tension, distance, and challenge. But how you navigate these moments shapes the course of your connection. By stepping back, reflecting on the larger context, and maintaining your emotional equilibrium, you'll be better equipped to guide the relationship in a way that serves both of your long-term needs. The goal is to build a healthy, sustainable relationship, one where momentary difficulties don't derail the bigger journey. Number 10. Be prepared to move forward. In any relationship, while we naturally hope for the best, it's crucial to be prepared for all possible outcomes. Maybe she returns, maybe she doesn't. Either way, you need to be ready to move forward with your life, with or without her. This isn't about giving up hope. It's about cultivating a mindset of resilience and independence. By letting go of attachment to a specific outcome, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and anxiety. You're no longer trapped by the fear of what might or might not happen. Instead, you can move forward, grounded in confidence, knowing that you'll continue to grow and thrive regardless of the circumstances. If she decides to move on, it doesn't mean you've failed. Relationships end for many reasons, and sometimes it's simply because the connection wasn't right for her. Yes, this realization may sting, but it's important to understand that this is not a reflection of your worth. It's an opportunity for you to open new doors and embrace new possibilities. Every relationship, successful or not, offers valuable lessons. Take those lessons with you into the future, but don't let them hold you back. Growth comes from moving forward, not staying stuck in the past. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This insight is particularly important when faced with uncertainty in a relationship. Even if this chapter comes to an end, there are still positives to focus on. You've grown, learned more about yourself, and gained wisdom from the experience. Let your thoughts reflect that. Shape your reality by focusing on hope, growth, and what lies ahead, rather than clinging to what has already passed. Being prepared to move forward doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care enough about yourself to prioritize your own well-being. If she comes back, you'll be ready to embrace the relationship with new understanding. If she doesn't, you'll be ready to continue your journey with strength and resilience. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control external outcomes, but we can control how we respond to them. So, whether the relationship continues or ends, you remain in control of your own path, constantly growing and moving forward. As we conclude today's exploration into handling the situation when a woman pulls away, it's vital to reflect on the insights we've shared. Remember, the essence of our discussion isn't merely about rekindling a connection, but nurturing your self-respect and emotional resilience. This approach not only helps in managing personal relationships, but also fosters substantial personal growth. We've navigated through practical steps and Stoic philosophies to help you maintain composure and wisdom in the face of relationship challenges. The core message here is to focus on what you can control, your actions and your reactions. As you implement these strategies, you're not just aiming to influence the dynamics of your relationships, but also to fortify your inner strength and serenity. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Have you faced similar situations? What strategies worked for you? Share your stories in the comments below. Your insights could be a beacon for someone else in need. And if you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Don't forget to check out the recommended videos on your screen for more tips and discussions. They might just be the next step you need in your journey towards personal and relational clarity. Thank you for watching, and remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow wiser and stronger. Keep moving forward, and let's continue this journey together.
you.